Hello, awesome people of the internet. My name is Marquita, and the WNBA draft just finished. The 2023 draft is in the books. 36 players have been drafted, and I want to kind of talk about who was drafted and what my initial thoughts are. I will be making some videos in the coming days, sort of doing more in-depth recap about the draft and what this means and who likely will stay on the team and yada, yada, yada. I will be doing that in the coming days. I'll also have a team-by-team commentary and predictions about how the season will go. Look out for those in the coming days and maybe week or so. But in the meantime, I just wanted to get my initial thoughts down for the record. And let's talk about it. So I'm going to tell you my thoughts about who was drafted, who wasn't drafted, if they're actually going to make the team, all that good jazz. And if you happen to disagree with any of my commentary, my thoughts, please let me know in the comments. This is supposed to be a community of women's basketball fans who can gather, disagree with each other, agree with each other, and just really hash out their thoughts about women's basketball. Dog. All right, Mr. President. All right, now let's get started with talking about the draft. So I have the draft board up here, and you can see some of the first couple picks. Aliyah Boston was not a surprise. Basically, everyone and their mama picked Aliyah Boston to be the number one pick. She's going to Indiana. She will for sure make the team. What I think is really interesting about Indiana is that they're just in an interesting spot with some of their players. So you have Aliyah Boston, who's a power forward / center. You have Queen Egbo, basically the same position. And you have Nalissa Smith, who is more of a power forward, but also can play the center position. You have three big and young players. I'm just very interested to see how playing time is doled out, because I think Aliyah Boston should be starting. She's just an extremely talented player, and I probably would put her over Nalissa Smith, though I'm sure Nalissa Smith disagrees with that. We'll see what happens, but I think Aliyah Boston probably should get the start, and it's just a question of is Queen Egbo starting, or is I think it should be pretty obvious that Aliyah Boston should either be starting right away, or by the time we hit mid-season should be starting for this Indiana Fever team. Diamond Miller, not surprised at all. I think most people kind of had her selected. All right, on to Maddy Siegrist. She was the number 3 pick by the Dallas Wings. I don't know. She's a great scorer, great shooter. I just kind of worry about the Dallas Wings and their picks. I just I just worry, just because they've selected a lot of people who like to score. And I wonder how this team is gonna survive, basically. They don't really have defense, and I'm kind of worried about that for Dallas. They have a lot. They've picked a lot of scorers, and we'll talk about some of the other picks that they made. But I just worry about defense and being able to not just play one side of the ball. This is just going to be interesting. I like Maddy. She should make the team, I think. I like her. All right. On to Stephanie. Suarez from Iowa State. Stephanie's awesome. It was a great pick. It was a pick by the Washington Mystics. It was then traded to the Dallas Wings. I think it's a very, very smart pick. I love it, mainly because, one, she's going to be out next year. And so that Dallas doesn't really have to worry about like right now making sure she has a spot on the team. So I think they can continue to roll with Kalani Brown. They got Charlie Collier. They got Tierra McCowan, Tierra McCowan is a beast. I don't care what nobody says. Tierra McCowan is a beast. I could see them sort of keeping 2 of the 3 probably for this year. It's pretty much a battle between Kalani Brown and Charlie Collier. But when Stephanie Suarez is able to get in the league and get healthy, I think she'd be a huge asset to Dallas. And honestly, I think, I hope that there's a chance for Dallas to end up trading the pick and trading Stephanie to the Chicago Sky, because Stephanie is an amazing player, and I would love for her to be on the Chicago Sky. I would love that. All right, Lulu Lopez. I think it's a fine pick. Again, I just worry about the defense for Dallas. That's just my huge concern. Haley Jones to Atlanta. I like this pick. I like it a lot. I think Haley Jones is an amazing player. She should make the team. I think she should make the team. She can play relatively. She can play both sides of the court. And I think, I just think she'd be fun. Not too much commentary about her, but I'll noodle on her selection a little bit more and probably come back when I do my Atlanta Dream wrap up. Grace Berger to Indiana. Honestly, I was surprised about this. I really was, because I was under the impression that Indiana was trying to make South Carolina 2.0. That really was what I thought. And I was a bit surprised. I thought Zia Cooke would probably be selected by Indiana, because why wouldn't you? Because, you got Aliyah Boston, you got Destiny Henderson, you got, all these other, you basically want to create South Carolina again. And even, I just thought they would do that, but they didn't. I think Grace is a good player, of course. I'm not sure about her being able to make the roster. I'm not sure about that. I think she's great, but the reality is most of these players will not make the team. Whether they're first round, second round, doesn't really matter. Let's actually look at Indiana's roster right now. Let's kind of look at this real quick. You got Destiny Henderson, Lexi Hull, Kelsey Mitchell, Victoria Vivians, Erica Wheeler, Christy Wallet. You got a lot of guards, and I just wonder if Grace is actually going to be able to make this team. Like I said, I like her. I think she's a good player. I'm just not sure if she's going to be able to make it. For the number 8 pick, Letitia Ame here to Atlanta. I like this. I think Letitia Ame here is great. She's a very versatile player that can kind of do anything that a team needs her to do. Will she make the team? I think so. I really like what Atlanta is building. And they should just kind of be fun to watch. But I think she should be able to make this team. Let's kind of skip down a little bit. Zia Cooke going to Los Angeles. I think it's a fine pick. I like Zia Cooke a lot. I think she's very, very talented. I think she should be able to make this team. So let's actually kind of take a quick look at the Sparks team. So they have Lexi Brown, Jordan Canada, Layshia Clarendon, of course now Zia Cooke, Jasmine Thomas. There's a chance Zia Cooke can make it. However, I think they're gonna have to get rid of somebody else. Whether that's getting rid of Layshia Clarendon or I don't know. Probably Shanice is probably not gonna end up making the team. Yeah, it's just gonna be very interesting. Because again, height is a factor. Like height is like legit a serious thing in the WNBA. And you have 5'9", 5'9", 5'6", 5'9", 5'9", 5'9". Like you can't have all these short people on your team. Like you just can't to be able to compete in the WNBA because you have taller guards that play in the league, and you're likely to get cooked on defense. So it's just gonna be interesting with the Los Angeles Sparks. We'll see what happens. All right, let's kind of go over to round 2. And again, like I said, this is a ramble, so if you don't want to hear me rambling, just skip and watch one of my videos next week or in the coming days, whichever comes first, where I will talk about these players and these teams more in depth. This is just my initial reaction. So yeah, no comment. Dorka Juhas, I think it's a fine pick. Minnesota is rebuilding. They're trying to find pieces that will work and that will get them back to their sort of dominance that they used to have. And I think Dorka can fit with what Minnesota is doing. Again, I kind of worry about her making this team. And yeah, I worry about her making the team. Though I think she has the best chance to make this team by being drafted by Minnesota. LaDasia Williams going to Indiana. I like LaDasia Williams. To be fully honest with you, I don't think she's going to make this team. Because we already kind of talked about Indiana already and some of the bigs that they have. I don't think she makes this team. And again, let's just look at this roster one more time. You have Queen Egbo. You have Nalissa Smith. Now Victoria Saxton. LaDasia Williams. You got Bernadette Hattar. Even though I don't even know if she's coming back. Betty Hattar. Betty Hattar is amazing. I don't think she's coming back to the WNBA. But if she does, then yeah, she definitely has a roster spot because she's very talented. I don't know if actually I think it's not likely LaDasia Williams makes it, and same with Victoria Saxton. Again, I like them as players. They were great in college. Just with the WNBA, you only have 144 slots. Like there's not that many opportunities. There are 12 teams, 12 roster spots on each team. Like there's just not enough room for everybody. You had 36 folks who were drafted in the in the draft today, and most of these players will never see the court in the WNBA, and that's just the reality of it. I don't think that has anything to do with the talent of these players. They're great. It's just there could only be 144, and this league is built upon veterans who are not leaving anytime soon. And so you just have a lot of opportunities to basically not make it. So I think overseas is a great opportunity for folks, for them to play, and maybe when AU comes back around next year, they can do that and see if that can kind of help get them into the league. But yeah, that's sort of my thoughts. I like LaDeja a lot, but I just don't think she's gonna make it. Ashley Jones again with Dallas. They're picking great players, but they're not picking anybody who like is like a star from defense, and that's really what they'll need. Alexis Morris on Connecticut Sun. I am a huge Alexis Morris fan. Like, she is just such a great player. I think she's fun. I think she has a lot to offer. I think there is a very good chance she makes this roster. And the reason why I say that is because let's actually look at the roster. So you got Dejanay Carrington, which she for sure should make the roster. I think she had great strides last year. You got Tiffany Hayes, very good player, should make the team. You got Heidemann. Heidemann was very solid last year. She for sure should make this team. Alexis Morris possibly has a chance. Again, height is just a big factor in the WNBA, and Alexis Morris will work her tail off. She's very, very hardworking. I think there is a chance that she could outwork some of these vets and take a spot over them. So I'm just worried about whether or not she ends up making it, making the roster for Connecticut. Yeah. Bre Beal. I'm very surprised that Bre Beal dropped this low. She was number 12 in the second round. And the reason why I say that is because Bre Beal actually has defense. Like, this is what you want as a team. You having all of these players who lit it up in college. They're not going to light it up in the WNBA like that. Rookies are not scoring like that. You had Ryan Howard who did very well in her rookie year, doing a lot of scoring. That's not the norm lately. When it's been coming to the WNBA, you've been seeing rookies struggle from the offensive side early in their career, and I'm just surprised. Like, I'm very surprised. I like her on Minnesota. I think she should make the team. I'm just surprised she went this low, just because Bre Beal has the defense, and the WNBA you just can't be all about drafting folks who can score, because what happens when they can't? Because as rookies, they probably won't be able to, just because of the pace and speed of the league and the toughness of the league. So having someone who can defend is very important. So actually going back up to number 11, with Kiana Traylor, I like Kiana Traylor a lot. She really impressed me during the NCAA tournament this year. I like her. I'm a Chicago Sky fan, so I am sticking with her. But I would have loved to see Bre Beal in Chicago. Like, I would have loved it. And so I'm kind of bummed that we literally had her and didn't pick her. But Kiana Traylor is awesome. I wish her nothing but the best of luck. And again, she is very talented. It's just that I don't know if there's anybody in the draft that is as good defensively as Bre Beal, besides Aliyah Boston. I forgot her name for a second. Besides, I think it's Bre Beal and Aliyah Boston for like the top defense players in the draft. And so I'm bummed that this guy didn't select her. Victoria Saxton, Indiana. I kind of mentioned that already. I don't think she's going to make this team. Monica Sonano. I didn't think she was even coming to the WNBA. I'm not sure where exactly I read this, but I read that she was planning on playing overseas. So I don't even know if she's planning on playing in the WNBA. So that was probably a waste of a pick, I think. But if Monica Sonano ends up going to training camp, I don't know. I like her. She's very talented in Iowa, but she's a similar player to like Megan Gustafson. And Megan Gustafson struggled in the WNBA trying to find a place to call home. So I think Monica would probably do the same. All right. I don't really want to talk about anybody else on here. All right. So those are the players who were drafted. I will say that I'm not surprised at all that Jasmine Carson from LSU did not get drafted. As I said in a previous video, Jasmine Carson is amazing. But I just didn't think she's gonna get drafted. I think she should try to get a training camp contract with one of the teams and just work her tail off and get a spot. I think she could be one of those players who gets several, 10-day contracts for a team and eventually works her way into like eventually getting like an actual spot by the time we hit midway through the season. So those are my initial thoughts. Again, my brain is kind of scattered right now in terms of my overall thoughts. Literally the draft just ended and I just wanted to just document my thoughts somewhere. So that's what I'm doing. I will make a video, several videos actually in the coming weeks, sort of talking about the WNBA season, what I expect is going to happen, the teams that you should look out for. I'll probably just have a wrap up of every single team. They'll probably each get their own video, just sort of talking about the season before it starts. And yeah, it should be a very, very interesting season. For those who ended up watching this video all the way through, thank you so much for watching and dealing with my rambling thoughts. I will catch you guys in the next one. But before you go, if you love WNBA content, if you love women's college basketball content, if you just love sports in general, please subscribe to this channel. I swear all of these videos are not as rambly as this one is right now. But please subscribe and I will, connect with you all at a later time, letting you all know some of the storylines that you need to be checking out for this WNBA season. All right, until next time, thank you all so much for watching. And please let me know your thoughts about everything I said in the comments. And if you want more rambly nonsense videos like this, let me know. All right, guys, until next time, bye.